Okay, so I'm Dave Fuller. Powering is a community energy organisation. We see ourselves as a development body for community energy in London, where there aren't existing community energy groups. As you can see, we've got a strategic vision. In the end, we're all about creating local energy, and our goals, we've got 5 different goals there. So it's around building decarbonisation, local leadership, training and employment, attacking fuel poverty, and social investment. Where possible, we, as well as being a delivery body, we have services and we deliver them through our local co-ops. Those tend to be at a borough level in London. So a good example of that is North Kensington Community Energy. It is the Royal Borough of Kensington and Chelsea's only community energy co-op at the moment. So far, we have raised nearly £190,000 in community shares, installed over 200 kilowatts of community-owned solar assets on rooftops. As you can see there, saving 46 tonnes of CO2 every year, and hope to do more of that. And our projects to this point will raise a minimum of £70,000 ring fence for the community fund. Obviously, we're hoping that will grow and grow and grow. It's always good to mention that these things, we can never do these things on our own. As you'll see in my next slide, kind of key partner is Kensington and Chelsea Council, also funding from Esme Fairbairn, Black Media, and lots of support from the GLA. So having got the brief from Matt, I read it as giving a presentation on getting what you want from councils. So that's what my next 5 slides are about, because in the end, we all have lots of things that we can deliver, and a lot of the time it's just help. We need as much help as we can get. So number 1 for me is find your champions and support them. In this photo is Anka Giorgio from RBKC Council. She's heads up climate change team. She has championed this project, and it would be completely impossible to do it without her. So our response to that is to work with Anka and her team as much as possible. Our successes are their successes. So the photo you're seeing here, NKCE won a Community Energy Award, and Anka was up there on the night and up front to collect the award with us, because without her hard work, it would not have happened. People join councils to create positive change, and where we are creating positive change on the ground, as much as possible, we try and share that feeling, that joy with council members, so that they can, because we all deal with emails way too much. So any opportunity to share some of the happiness goes a long way, and you never know which doors that you didn't know about your council champion will help open for you. Number 2, market research. Our experience is that local authorities love numbers. It gives them justification for supporting projects. So, and we as community organisations have access to a lot of people that actually the councils on a much higher level don't. So talk to your service members, put together a survey. You can get guides of how to do this online. Use your volunteers to go out and survey the public on a weekend. To get at least 100 responses, but the more you can get, the better, and put them into some pretty graphs. It really does help. Number 3, it was covered just now, is talking the language of the council. The more you know what the council's aims are, and you can put your outputs in line with those aims, the more traction you're going to get with the council. So climate action plan is vital here. There's also things like if you have got your champion, how can you support them? If they're drafting a report, can you put in some time to help do some of the research for it? All of this, the reports, the templates, they're all on council websites. Previous reports are there to be seen, to be used, and this is an opportunity where you can kind of learn the language, talk in the language of your local authority. You will be better understood, and again goes back to that supporting your champion. Number 4, working with others and highlight that. We are all building social capital in our local areas. As you can see here, North Kensington Community Energy, we've worked with all of these different organisations and more, and want to continue supporting them. And we have a great relationship where we lean on each other, show that off to the council, But also there's the added benefit that if the more of this that you can do, obviously the more you are supporting other great local organisations who are doing great work in the local area. And so building that social capital and building those outputs in the communities that we want to see. Next, we've got give them what they want. So deliver on your promises. I mean, that's kind of straightforward, but also what else do they want? Photos seems to help a lot. We find that when we work with different councils, they always end up asking for photos of happy, smiley people doing things, getting involved. Also, I think this came up previously, but invite council list by spending half an hour on the council website. Put them into MailChimp, invite people down to get along, to feel the tangible result of the positives that you are bringing. And my last one, I don't have any images for, which is be political. This means whatever you want it to mean. So it depends. It could mean talking to the local press, to shame certain slow-moving councillors, if that's what you wanted. I'm not saying that you necessarily should. It could be making sure that you're talking to the party in opposition as well as the party in leadership of the council. It could be using your supporters to lobby. It could be using XR. It could be going into schools. Our power as community enablers are our local links. And the fact that we're not part of the council. So whilst we want to get the most out of our council and work in partnership, sometimes, you know, we have to do what we have to play the game that councillors are playing, that other people are playing, to make sure that we can get the best results that we can. I guess all of that comes with a caveat that this doesn't work all of the time. It definitely doesn't work all of the time for us at Repowering, and I'm sure that every council across the country is different. So go with your gut and do whatever doesn't compromise you and your organisation. Thanks.